Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Audire Astra for another Genshin Impact stream. Hello, Tommy, Cord, Cat, Wraith, Cass. Good to see you all here today. Sorry, you're watching Video James. I don't know what that is. I'm just going to assume that's some kind of YouTuber. Video James doesn't really sound like a VTuber name. But you know, I say VTuber so often and YouTuber so little, my mouth defaults to saying V instead of U. It is just one letter apart, in my defense. There should be a VTuber. Oh, hi, Cole. Don't be too mean to your friend, okay? Okay? No smothering grandma with pillows. Man, you just want to play you can go play Stardew, Cole. No one's stopping you. It taught me you don't want to know the context. Cole, you have to understand that people make their own choices. And all you can do is present to them the information and hope that we make the right choice. You cannot make people do what you want. And so don't get upset because they don't do what you want them to. Oh yeah, they showed off with the new March 7th. Looks like I hope the new March 7th is a 4-star. She does not look like a 5-star to me. I'm just fingers crossed that she's a 4-star. It would be even better if she were actually just like a skin, but she uses a sword instead of a bow, so I don't think that's just a skin. Oh, hello, Maho Aniki. Welcome aboard. March 7th cultural appropriation. Look, I don't think Chinese people are upset about cultural appropriation in the same way. I think so specifically the two cultures that are concerned about cultural appropriation are like Black culture and Native American culture. It's a very US specific thing. I don't like Chinese, Japanese. I don't think anybody in Asia is concerned about cultural appropriation. March 7th is 5-star is having this. She's also put in like a Chinese outfit, which, again, it looks really silly. I think is it cultural appropriation? I think the joke is that it's in universe. March 7th is appropriating Xianzhou Luofu culture. I think that's the joke. Obviously, MiHoYo being a Chinese company, they can it's not cultural appropriation for them to do as much Chinese content as they want. Yes, that's the joke, thank you. Yes, Cass. Cultural appropriation is done. We're supposed to consume cultures and take the best bit. Okay, so this might be a serious, too heavy a topic for a Genshin Impact stream, but it's different when you're talking about Native American and African American culture, because these cultures specifically only exist within the context of the greater American culture, meaning if these cultures are subsumed by the greater American culture, there will be nothing left of them. And that's fundamentally why they are concerned about cultural appropriation, whereas someone like Chinese, Japan, Mexican culture, that's not a concern, because their culture will always continue to exist in China, Japan, Mexico, wherever. No matter, and it is not affected by what white people in America and Europe choose to do with their culture. But the same is not true for the cultures that only exist in minorities within America. Yes. Like, China will grow. Yes, China's grow. China is colonizing March 7th. That's the other way to look at it. China has colonized March 7th. Anyways, Genshin. We are here for Genshin today. I'm gonna get into the game right now. Sounds like a problem that could have been solved. Okay, couple, what if they don't want to merge? Oh my god, Marvel, and we have another Generals player. Like, Tommy and I are the only Generals players that I know of. Actually. Welcome. One day I will stream that game. One day I will finish streaming all the CNC games, except maybe the first two, because honestly, they're really old. And actually, no, maybe even with the remaster, they feel a little janky. Is that name? No, her name's Chlorinde, not Chlorine. And you played it super late? Wait, what? I didn't play it super late, what? I played it around the time it came out. What are you talking about? Okay. It's not necessarily the game, like they did a remaster of Tiberian Dawn and Red Alert. Like, so the games run beautifully, they run perfectly fine, but the game mechanics are really old. They were really good for their day, but real-time strategy has come a long way, unfortunately, and those old game mechanics don't really hold up in the modern day. You were under the impression you never played until... Tommy, what on earth would give you that impression? What the hell? What? And that sounds dumb to you, by the way, you're comparing how various regions within Romania still have their own distinct cultures just fine. Well, Hatanashi, is the historical background of those cultures being genocided by settlers from Europe who came here, wiped out 99% of their population, and took all their land? That's unless that is the cultural background of these minorities within Romania, I think it might be a little different. No, it's stuck. It was working. Let me check. What is going on? Let's see, did it reset itself somehow? No, that's fine. Maybe it's my microphone position. Let me just move it a little bit.
In my role as champion,
hello, Ghost. Welcome aboard. Anyways, Genshin Archon quest. Oh wait, isn't a new event? I didn't even look at this. This is 9 days left. Okay, I want to do that over the weekend. Oh, we're back to Sumeru, not Fontaine. Interesting. All I know about this quest is that Tommy said that hit him in the fields, and that's all I know.
Perfect. It's you two.
Not our fault these skill issued with their immune systems.
Written all over it. In fact,
Cole, I don't know if you're joking or not,
for the job.
but there was definitely a lot of extremely deliberate killing happening. It's not just, oh no, the plague just happened to wipe them out and we didn't really have anything to do with it consciously. Audire, we got a saying in Romania, our only friend is the Black Sea because the one did not invade us so far. Okay, but are those invaders still ruling Romania?
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
Are those invaders?
The
Well,
adventure
sometimes you
skill
should stop
doesn't employ
talking.
that kind of classification system.
Yes,
This commission is
definitely.
also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Oh boy, we love finding missing
We were the only ones
persons.
for the job.
I came
Wait.
across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It
In
seems
some
simple,
parts, they act
but
like
our
they do,
records
yes.
indicate that over a dozen
Well, yes,
successive
in
efforts
some
to complete
parts that
have all
there
ended in
is
failure,
important.
despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the
It's not
Adventurers
in
Guild
all
and the
parts.
performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
Lottery will get you everywhere with Paimon.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your
It's
best
just so
shot.
weird to you that we have to treat it so differently from any other conquest. It is not like other conquests, Cole.
If it proves to be beyond your
Most
capabilities as
conquests
well,
throughout
I'll talk
history
to the commissioner
did
about
not
canceling the
involve
commission.
the eradication of the local population.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
Speaking of people that just don't... Paimon hasn't said anything
This
that bad
commission
yet,
was
okay?
jointly issued by the residents of Vumara village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know
I
the
know
missing
a
person's
lot of
name.
people don't like
They can
Paimon.
only
I'm
provide
okay with her
information about his
most of
general
the time.
appearance.
She hasn't even said anything particularly bad yet.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Oh my gosh. Paimon, that is such a good thought. I am proud of you. I would not have expected you to be able to come up with that. Look, guys, she's getting smarter.
Unlikely.
Her
Several
brain has
villagers
grown
came by to
an
issue the
extra
commission,
wrinkle.
And judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke
I
to
mean, they
them.
could just be good actors.
Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
That's because you guys haven't invented YouTube yet.
In any case, it would probably be
That's,
best to go to Vumara village.
that's only because they haven't invented prank YouTube channels. Actually, they had the internet at one point, but Nahida destroyed the Akasha, so they don't have
The best way to avoid
they
misdirection
don't have
is to go to the
TayThatTube
source.
anymore.
Alright then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Chat give you a math problem, so Audire can be impressed by your newfound smarts. Well, are you sure you have some newfound smarts? There aren't many upsides to... Yeah, yeah, Tommy, as I said, that's only true because we haven't invented social media yet. Two minus 55 times 67.
We made it to Vumara
Good
village.
luck.
Why don't we talk to some
Or
of
you
the
could just plug it
villagers
into
to learn a little bit
Google.
more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Cather made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
That's actually one of the... So I feel like people get really impressed by doing mental math and like, oh, you're really smart. You're really good at mental math. But like, I'm like, honestly, doing mental math has nothing to do with being smart or not. It's actually just purely a matter of practice. Like, it's just like any other skill. If you do a lot of mental math, you'll get really good at it.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business.
But you don't actually have to be smart
No,
to be good
we're
at mental
adventurers.
math.
Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vermara Village.
Why Google and not the calculator app? Because you probably have your browser open, whereas you probably don't have the calculator app open.
Ah, so you hear about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope.
Or
Many
garbage at mental
adventurers
math,
made
but you
their
give me
way
the
out
formula
here,
to solve it, you can
confident
probably
they'd
solve
be
it.
able
Well,
to
that's
help
another
us,
thing. It's
only
like,
to leave soon after with nothing to show
if
for
all
their
you're doing
efforts.
is solving a formula, okay, well, it depends. I mean, if you have everything you need to solve the formula, that's really easy. But solving for formulas can be really hard, depending. So I can't just say that doesn't require smarts. It can. Math can require a lot more creativity than
We pretty much had it up to here in questions.
people
and the
might
area around
imagine.
The village has practically been overturned in search of clues, but no one has been able to make.
You
any
always
headway.
found math so easy, just plugging in the right numbers. Yes, Cole, that's because you're still doing baby math. Like, baby math is plugging in the right number, is having a formula and plugging numbers into it. That's basically just arithmetic.
So, this person we're looking for.
Once you get up
what's his
into,
name?
like,
Where did he live? Does he have any
algebra,
relatives?
that's no longer what math is about. And especially the higher up in math you go, the fewer numbers you will see. To the point, it's actually a funny story, but like a lot of like professional mathematicians are absolutely garbage at arithmetic because their math does not involve. They don't work with numbers whatsoever.
Okay. Guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you.
What do you mean? Algebra is
actually
exactly
just
the
giving
same.
you my
Algebra
answer
is
to
the
your
very
questions.
beginning of starting to do things not with numbers.
I know it may seem
Although,
like we
if
don't have
your
anything to
algebra
offer
class
by
has
way of
only taught you
information, but I
to
promise you, we all have a
replace
very strong
letters with
impression of
numbers
it.
and not
When
to
you live in the
like
same
actually
village as someone,
manipulate
you develop a
the
lot of memories
formulas,
together, you know?
it was probably like a pretty bad algebra class.
We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but
But even then, that's still like baby algebra. There is also much more advanced algebra.
At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Just with fancier formulas? No, Cole.
Alright. Specifics
You
aside then,
will,
what
you
kind
will
of
pretty
person
quickly reach a point with more advanced algebra where you don't see numbers anymore.
Young guy.
And the idea
in his
that
early 20s,
math is just
probably.
plugging numbers into things and
Incredibly kind sort of
executing the
person,
formula
always willing to lend a helping
is
hand.
no longer relevant.
I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for
Like
others
when
on
you're
one
talking
occasion.
about the nature of equations
Very interesting
between
guy, that one.
negative infinity and infinity, there's no numbers.
Now that you've
Like,
started
numbers
talking
don't
about
work.
him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
Math is your weak point for me. I always said when you slip a little problem that requires a process. Yeah, that did suck.
Everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have
I
issued
mean,
that
that's why they
commission
came up with
otherwise.
Common Core math. They're trying to change the way they teach math so it's less formulaic.
There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure.
Could he have just
I've been
moved
talking too
away
much.
without
I have not been
telling
paying attention to the
He's
story.
not the type to leave without
So
saying goodbye.
we're finding this missing person. He's a young boy.
Away without being.
Huh. Alright.
Did he get abducted by the abyss? Did Dainsleif take him? I know Dainsleif shows up in the quest because I mean he's in the he's on the thumbnail. He's on the art on the launcher for this.
It's that guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Mathematicians don't work with numbers? No, they don't, Tommy.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so
Not
very
like-
kind of you. With your
digits,
help, I
like
trust that young
1,
man's
2, 3,
case
4,
is in
5, 6,
good
7.
hands.
You don't work with those. You work with like mathematicians mostly work with like concepts in which numbers help define,
Could you tell us a bit about him?
but like numbers define the concepts, but the concepts
Of
themselves,
course, I'm
when you're
happy
working
to
with them,
help
there's
any way
numbers
I
aren't
can.
really involved.
With my
Like, have you
failing
guys seen that
eyesight,
meme
I'm
about
afraid
like
I can't offer much about
math
his appearance.
was a mistake?
But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That
If,
loss
like,
has
that's the
left
one
me
that like
feeling
they have
quite
taken us for
empty.
absolute fools. Oh yeah, yeah. Stop doing math. Where? I need to save this somewhere. Oh, save to desktop. Here we are. Yeah, this one. Stop doing math. Yeah, like, look at the bottom here. Like, this is real math done by real mathematicians. Like, that part is not a joke. This is real math done by real mathematicians. There's no formulas and well, I guess there's formulas. There's no numbers involved in that, in doing any of this. Yeah, let me get back to Genshin.
I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely.
No proven
In
use for
fact,
math.
he was usually the
Like,
one offering companionship.
I'll be honest,
to
like
others.
a lot of high-level math doesn't really seem to have any practical use.
He would often take time
When
to
it does,
visit
it's
the
usually in
elderly
like
or
computing.
play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had
That's
something
mostly
on
the
their
use for
mind,
high-level
he was
math.
there
It's
to
like
listen with
you
open
come up with
ears.
some kind of
He always
formula
knew
that
as the village chief.
programmers can
I
use.
owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle
He
but,
sounds like a nice
you don't happen
guy.
to know any
Where?
details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
Wait, you don't know his name?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look
Okay, so
at
no
it,
one
I
even
should
remembers
know
his.
those
No one
things.
remembers his name or
For
where
some
he lived.
reason, no matter how
Oh, okay,
hard I try to
something
remember,
weird is
the
going
information just
on.
doesn't come.
Is he even real?
Perhaps my age
Did
really
it turn
has
out that
caught up with me this
did the
time.
okay? Is it?
It's
Did someone
okay. There's no need to
implant
force yourself
these
to try and
memories into
remember.
them? Yes. Okay, something really weird is going on here.
Well, traveler, what do you think?
Do you know how to calculate loan internet payment?
I'm thinking so too.
You mean like how to calculate interest on your loans?
So, and
That's
nobody
pretty
has been
simple.
able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
He's someone who only exists in
you're
people's
saying
memories.
It's
Yeah.
not that he's been erased necessarily, but more like he
Yeah,
never existed
yeah,
to
he
begin with?
never
Okay, Paimon's
existed.
gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in
Oh no, we got a mimetic being. What could it be? What happened with Greater Lord Rukudavada? Like some sort of mass alterations of people's memories.
Yep, sure are.
I'm so glad to hear that. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Are we
No need
talking
to
about?
worry. We'll give
You
it our
snapped your
best
friend out
shot.
of the depressive episode by
were you
mentioning
close
that
to the
dragons
missing
can be
villager?
pretty hot
Are there
sometimes.
any leads you can give us?
Whatever works, Cole.
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Tommy's also down. Tommy's always down. Like even if he's not in the mood, you just have to say like one sentence and then he's in the mood. It doesn't always work like... Does it not, Tommy? Does it really not?
Is
Just like
this the
one
place?
sentence, one
Under this
phrase said in
Yeah.
a certain
I
way
know it
will
doesn't
just
look like much. We
trigger
used to always
him.
sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers
You
found
just
me
gotta
in the
say
woods as a
omelette
child.
du fromage. I don't think
I
that
was
does it
surrounded
for
by
him.
such good people, and growing up in the village was so
I was
lively.
thinking more along the lines of,
Alone?
you're such a good boy.
How should I put it?
We are not talking
When
about furries
something's
again.
bothering you, or when you have good, everyone has their own problems to deal with.
See,
Even if I
Tommy?
might want to confide in
See?
others- Really? You know exactly how
The
I
English
feel.
level of this game is pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Hoyoverse put some effort into their English localizations. I used to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me and will be happy to hear me out.
Wow, that sounds really nice.
Well, that wasn't the worst.
You're quite lucky.
I'm sorry, Tommy.
When it comes to our
That wasn't
missing
enough for
villager,
you?
Well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure. And
Oh,
patient,
cool. Now
too.
you can play Stardew Valley.
Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they
So
were
he
to
was a
me.
good listener.
Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
I'm wondering. Yeah, here's my theory. The missing person is the traveler's brother,
Wow. You two
and
must
like
have
the
been really
memories
close.
of
Did he
him
ever
have
tell you
been
anything about himself?
implanted in these people from like 500 years
He
ago.
mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village.
Or
He
like
shared a lot of
these
his own-
people
right.
are
I did
actually
ask
like,
him about his
they're from
parents once,
500 years
but
ago.
all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
I'm pretty sure you know what minor alteration could be made to make that so much worse. Yeah, Tommy. I think I know.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
Robots that look indistinguishable from humans are like Assaultron from
The
Fallout.
last time I talked
Oh
this
my
much in one
god, the
go was when we were still
Assaultron
together.
mods. The sexy
Come to think of it,
Assaultron mods.
Every time we talked, it
For
always
Fallout
seemed
4.
to dusk.
Oh
Time
my
always
god.
passed by really slowly.
Oh, I don't want to remember
Time always seems
those.
to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
I don't understand. They're so like, they're like barely humanoid. Well, Atosa told us about time. Oh yeah, time. Really, why are there just two
Look at those
villagers over
hill trails
there?
over there.
Oh no, it's an abyss mage. We haven't seen those guys in the story in a while.
Uh-oh,
Beat him up. Beat him up. Oh, you picked the wrong team to deal with this. Oh, there's more.
Hunt them down. Loaded.
All right, goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
I
Fallout
wasn't
and robots?
expecting
No, we were
monsters to
talking about
show up.
Assaultrons.
If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
You just looked it up yet? Imagine if you teleported over a pond like a dingus. The question we should be asking now is, what is the Abyss Order doing
Now
around
that
here?
I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot
What if the
more
guy everyone is
active
talking about is
lately.
part of the
They
Abyss?
seem agitated
I
and
mean,
often attack
if it's the
anything in sight.
Traveler's brother, he
Chief
is now.
Audire doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
There should
Maybe the
actually be a
Abyss Order
cutscene where that
really is
happens. It'd be
involved.
so funny.
Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara Village.
Oh my. I think that would ruin the gravity of the situation a little bit.
Person, it's Dainsleif.
Wait, don't tell me. Are they going to be talking about, like, baby Dainsleif?
Ah, it's you
Dainsleif
two.
as a child?
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave
But
you
wait,
all
no,
to
he's
it.
Conria.
I
He,
should head
he
back
wouldn't
to the
have grown
village
up in a
and check up
village
on
in
Chief Audire.
Sumeru.
Yep. See you later, Atosa. Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that?
How
Is it
far
your
is
life's
too
work?
far
It's
though?
hardly
In
personal
what sense
or
are you
intentional,
referring
for
to,
that matter.
Ghost?
As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the
Are
same
you
purpose?
saying, in, like, how robotic can the robots be? Or,
No matter. It may have taken
how
you a while
far
to
can you
catch on,
take
but
it
I'm
before
sure
you've
you've
crossed
also
the
realized
line?
by now that there's something strange about this place.
I can tell you that Cole is Cole will go for anything
The Abyss
vaguely
Order is most certainly
feminine.
planning something in this area.
Like, Cole's standards are like,
Their plan could already be in motion.
they're not just on the ground. Like, he got out his shovel and pickaxe and he's been
So
digging
you
for a
think the
while.
Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people
I
here.
have seen some
We should
sexy
stick around
appliances.
for a while and protect
Again,
the village.
The best way
Cole-
to protect
Cole,
them is by
he's
figuring
been
out what the
digging.
Abyss Order is truly planning.
Cole
and you shall
bought an
have
oil rig and he's been
Don't worry.
digging.
There should be. Ah, so that was.
Look,
the
as long as they're
commission that
nice
brought
to you,
here
they're
to
waifu
Vimara.
material,
Someone
even
who
if they're like
seems to only
completely
exist
not
in
even
people's
humanoid
memories.
at all.
That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case.
Also,
on your
I
hands.
realized Dainsleif
it
is
appears
his
all we
character
have by
model is
way of
actually
clues
very
is
simple.
Increased
I
hilichurl
think.
activity.
Well,
And that is
unless these
certainly
are
not much to
actually
go off
little
of.
accessories are actually modeled. This one clearly is. This one clearly is. I don't know if these little ones though.
Right!
Well
The
then.
mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who
Maybe
called
you can see
himself
why
a
people would make
sinner.
mods for them, but you
Who's
still
he?
hate that they did. Like, they're definitely more than human enough if you just swap out the forearms.
Traveler, let me ask
What?
you
And you
this.
don't, the heads,
Do you believe your
the head
siblings
doesn't
have
bother you?
betrayed you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense, Tommy. I guess the head isn't really important for you. Your attention is focused elsewhere. In a manner of speaking,
I
yeah.
sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done.
What about Haiti and 2B? I think 2B is just
The sinner you wish to know about.
human woman
his
to
situation
Cole.
is different.
Like 2B doesn't
He
really
and his
have any
fellow
features that
sinners
would
have long
mark
betrayed
her as an
and long betrayed
robot
their nation.
unless you knew.
His name is Vederfolnir, the Visionary.
Vidrfagnir. I don't know what language that is.
I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Vaguely, it sounds vague Germanic.
Your brother?
No, you just meant there's plenty of waifus and OCs with masks, helmets, etc. I'm sorry, but I need a face. Okay?
There were
A
five
body
of them,
alone is not
the
enough
five
for me.
sinners of Conria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedderfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Is Conrian just...
No matter how eroded my memory
Never
may
mind.
become, I will never forget.
What if
their
it's just a
names.
face? Also no, I
One day.
need a body.
I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedderfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the
So, oh, we actually learned something about Skirk's master. Okay. So he actually is from Teyvat. I was just kind of assuming he was like from another world, but he's actually from Teyvat.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers,
Oh,
outstanding in their
so
respective fields.
things are connected after all.
6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King
There, you're
from
just saying it's not that
continuing
weird.
to rock the foundation of the world.
Again, Tommy, I think your judgment of what's weird or not is not necessarily to be trusted.
The 5 of them craved something more,
I've seen some sexy
They could not
renditions of
resist the
literally
call
just a
of the
screen with
abyss,
an eyes and a mouth.
and divided among
Yeah, no,
themselves
that's...
a power that could destroy the
Again,
world.
Cole, it's your standards.
So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power.
Too bad you don't have any world-shattering power,
Not
Dainsleif.
one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that, indeed,
And then my
if they are
sibling
not
came into
stopped,
contact with your
the day
brother.
is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
It must be hard to talk
course.
about all of this.
As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So,
Dainsleif
what have you been
just
looking into all this
shows up, elaborates, and leaves. He just shows up, elaborates on the Genshin main story lore, and then
I've
leaves.
continued to investigate
main
the questions
plot.
surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt
People
Osiris
can
and
have a
make it bad or
personality
something?
without a face. Okay, but I need more than just a personality. I've seen sexy renditions of Karen from SpongeBob. That's awful.
Indeed.
Look, sexy
However,
versions
it's
of
obvious that was
anybody
just
from
some sort of
SpongeBob
technical experiment.
is terrible, unless it's handsome Squidward. That is the only exception.
The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Dang, yeah, what? Got no? What? That's the whole point of handsome
What should we
Squidward.
do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern
Like,
is to determine
being
the
sexy is
purpose
literally
of
the point of handsome Squidward.
For based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
I understand that you don't like him because,
Traveler,
like, he's definitely going for the
you were able
Giga
to
Chad
observe
look.
your siblings' memories
but-
last time, yes?
It is undeniable
I
that
believe that was due to
handsome
the fact that
Squidward
the
is
ley lines
intended
in
to
that
be
area-
sexy.
My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
Wait. Then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
I mean, ley lines seem to be able to do anything, so why not?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating some...
You feel like people forget that there were several degrees of handsome before the final? I mean, not really though. There was just like one which was like normal handsome Squidward, and then there was one that was like super handsome Squidward after he got hit in the face with a door a bunch of more times.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Alright. Memories that should not exist. Yeah, chlorine, unfortunately, is not the way to travel.
Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
Give him a break, Paimon. He's 500 years old, and he's got magical Alzheimer's eating his brain. Like, it's not his fault.
Something happened?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, is he remembering?
Young guy? Early 20s?
Oh, is that Jan?
What's
Paimon?
going on?
But what was wrong with her Jan? Like, it was not that different from one of your Jans, Tommy.
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there.
The episode where he moves furniture and he rips Squidward's nail? I don't know what you're referring. I don't know if I've seen that episode, Ghost.
Memories of him.
Maybe
Oh.
we just talked.
No.
Wait, oh, he got
was
his
a dream.
memories that
And
implanted?
I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant.
Wait then. All the memory. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is.
Oh,
planning,
maybe he's
an important truth
evil.
has been revealed to us.
Oh no, it's like an evil black swan. A black swan who uses her powers for evil.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind. Your
What if that
concerns are not
memory is
entirely
real?
unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, come with me.
Oh, so you're going to take us?
But what if someone follows us? Exactly, if we go straight there and someone's not here, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted that eye in the first place. To force Dane to confirm the eye's location. Okay, but what if Dane's Leaf is doing some 12D chess here? He's just saying that in order to draw out whoever is tailing us. Given what I know of him, I'm sure Dane, I've already thought of this possibility. It seems like he might already have a plan.
Of course.
Exactly. I trust Dane's Leaf is up to some 4D chess here. It was a gross out gag where they were removing his couch and gave Twitter a toenail that they ripped out by dragging the couch leg over it. Ew, that sounds painful. Black Swan do be kind of terrifying having something like that and do it with such ease. Yeah. Like memory modification powers are such a cool writing trick because these really can make you question what is real and what isn't. Along with illusion powers in general. I kind of wish I had like more like mental manipulation kind of powers. I can't complain too much though because I'm pretty good on powers in general, but it's just like it's a
That's for sure.
missing component of my
Let's go check to
repertoire.
see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait.
Black Swan, maybe a medic. Does Lamar let her have power over you easy? I don't think that can be stopped so easily. You just say, yeah, no, I'm good, please stop. I don't think they're not fairies. They don't work
We've no
like
time to
that.
lose. Let's head inside.
Incredibly sus there. You have the girl boss, but not the gas. Exactly, Oz. Also, welcome aboard. Yeah, I'm not good at gaslighting people. I'm too honest. I find it very difficult to say things that are not objectively true. Oh, we're doing the domain part already. This team's fine. Actually, like, this team actually has like really good elemental coverage. Because we have Nahida for in case we run into Electro. And then Yelan,
Time to go.
Electro and Hydro cover everything else. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good general team. I think it might be kind of lacking in AoE. But it's got a decent amount between Nahida and Kazuha. Alright, what do we got here? We got shrooms.
Gotcha. Busted. Here comes the
Oh, that's...
loaded.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door.
changed
Perhaps you should try
over
reactivating the mechanism
Whoa.
over there.
Oh, okay, so this is a big domain. It looks like we have to activate all 4 of these. I'm assuming we're like go to 4 different places where we'll find one each. Something like that. I do appreciate the honesty. What are you squinting at? Watch this, you're gonna use mind control. Tommy, you have all the psychic powers. Watch this, Tommy say, wah. Tommy says squint. Okay, so it's not guaranteed to work, but you're still practicing. I believe in you, Cass. Keep practicing, and one day you'll be able to make Tommy go wah. Also, what? What am I supposed to? Oh. Wait, no, I am confused. Too much reading chat, not enough. Oh, there we go. That's how we're supposed to get up there. Oh, there's a chest. You can make Tommy mad, though. I mean, yeah, making Tommy mad is easy. Really, though, like, using words to evoke emotions in other people, that's also a form of mind control. I mean, that's actually how, like, the voice in Dune works, basically.
Things are about to get dicey. Into the shadows.
The whole idea behind, like, the mind control in Dune is that, like, oh, well, you know, you can use words to make people do what you want normally. So maybe someone who's just super good at words and you controlling their voice can make it so powerful that people can't even resist.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Oh. Okay, never mind. It is not. Oh my god. This is the same puzzle as in Baldur's Gate.
Ah, the door's open.
Yeah,
Let's go.
that's
Our
basically
destination is just
the
up ahead.
the one in Baldur's Gate 3 was a lot harder though. Like that's the one to unlock the Saloon Temple.
Shoot.
in Baldur's Gate 3. Or rather, it's the one in Baldur's Gate in the Saloon Temple that you use to go into the Underdark, that's what it's called. I don't have to try to make Tommy mad. Yeah, Cole, you do have a talent for making people mad. It's your special talent that you were born with.
Looks like we can't go any further.
So, like, what you do with my... Huh? I am not that good with my... I wish I was good with my voice. I wish I could just talk people into doing my bidding.
They're here!
Okay, Paimon, go run away.
Quietly now. Here comes the cash.
Do what you do best, Paimon. Run away and give running commentary.
Wind strider.
Committed to memory.
Busted. Quietly now. You deserve not to get into the shadows. Enough.
I will say, Florin does feel more fun to play. What was I saying? Genshin has a problem where, like, most of the characters follow a very simple rotation, which is like you just rotate them in, use their elemental skill, and then rotate them out. But like Chlorinde, Neuvillette are two recent characters they've added that feel very different. Like they actually have a particular pattern of attacking that you have to use that's different from the other characters. It's nice and refreshing to play. We love on-field carries. It's not just that they're on-field carries. It's that they're like on-field carries whose playstyle is more than just use elemental skill and spam attack.
Dane?
Like, okay, you're also spamming attack with Chlorinde, but you have to, it's a particular pattern. It's three attacks, elemental skill, 3 attacks, elemental skill. So it's not just spamming attacks. There's a little bit more to it. No, we cannot feel it.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing.
We are not sensitive to the ley lines.
Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Leave you here on your own? Will you be all
Putting
right?
something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might find. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Oh, Dane, what are you up to? What are you up to here? You can talk Tommy into doing my bidding at least. Tommy is harder to talk into things than you would think. Which is paradoxical because he also has a lot of trouble saying no some of the time. But Tommy is also just remarkably stubborn. One thing you actually like about Star Rail over Genshin, ever gonna have unique abilities and attacks since it's turn-based? I mean, I think they do a decent job of making all the skills and attacks unique in Genshin, but the way you end up using them tends to be the same. Alright, Dane, let's find out what you were actually up to. Who's really here? Why did you really send us away? Like, there's no way he's, like, actually intending to sacrifice himself here. Wait, is it his brother? Is it the dude? The dude with world-shattering power? Or is he gonna fight? Oh.
I knew
Wait a minute.
Would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
How come he gets the cool sword and we're still stuck using the dull sword?
You
risked your safety. And that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you
Wait,
came
is
here
the
all on
eye
your
actually
own?
here?
What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I
Is
face you
Dainsleif
alone.
that strong?
I know you must have a
Aw.
lot to say.
You've done this, make others do your bidding, but with your voice, sadly it's limited to silence. Don't stop, move, and sit. Is it a dog? Are you is the other a dog?
But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to
Evil
defeat
Tommy
me first.
Twommy. Oh, dang, this is weird. Because you use male traveler? So you saw female traveler here? I guess you... Wait. Oh, they actually fight. And we don't get to see it.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara and see what's
Have
going
we
on.
developed the ability to sense ley lines now?
Look
How
at
does
those
Paimon know
trails over
that?
there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm?
The evil Tommy is Timmy. Oh yeah. It's... The backup Tommy is Toomey.
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blast, such
I
was the
just
price
think
they
female
paid,
traveler is
and
cuter.
thus their souls
So I
became
picked her.
cleansed and pure.
If they made a male protagonist that was cuter, I would totally pick them, but the girl is almost always cuter
It sounded
in
so
RPGs
gentle.
when there's two
Could that voice
selectable
be
protagonists.
comforting the hilly trails in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
Does that make Tommy tone to me? No, that's terrible. Tommy is just Tommy. Tommy is just Tommy, and then
Looks
there's
like the
Timmy
same thing
and
is
Toomey.
happening over here too. The hilly trails are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time.
Almost like girls have
to
a better
love.
time being cute than guys. I mean, there's guys that are very cute, like Misha from Star Rail. He is very cute.
Release your tears.
If it was a choice was between like,
Your sorrow.
if male traveler looked like Misha, it would be a very tough choice between him and female traveler. There's just like 2 to 4 spare Tommies laying around just in case. Oh no, there's way more. This is not the first Tommy we've gone through. But he doesn't know that.
It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered.
You want to meet your evil twin? You mean your nice twin? Exactly. You probably be, you guys have the brain, share the same brain cell there.
Sleep well, mine. When you awake,
Misha is
that
also
which
old and
differentiates
dead,
us shall be no more.
but he was young once.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly trails have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to...
I feel like they may have been BSing it. I am not so sure. Does that mean Misha grew out of being cute? I mean, yes. Most femboys grow out of being cute.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order.
The Abyss Order?
The
This is the first.
testosterone's gotta
Thank
hit
you for your
eventually.
concern. But as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear.
Canonically, there's only one Tommy. Audire is just making up things again.
Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager?
Again, as I said, Tommy doesn't know about it.
Missing, you said?
Huh? You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild.
IDK, one of Tommy's friends, Blanny pulls it off and he's like 32. Yeah, but what about when he's like 50?
That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worried. At least right now, I can't seem to recall.
How is that? Something's
Like, yeah, there's some people who look
just talked to Grandpa
younger than their
about the
years.
missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten. What do you think, Traveler?
Even that only
Everyone's
lasts so
memories
long.
of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right.
It's too early to say. Oh yeah, I mean, if it's the Abyss giving people false memories, and we don't deal with the Abyss, then the memory should have disappeared.
Someone's gone.
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about? He's around 20 years old.
Oh, I know.
Really?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No, yeah, I just saw him leave the village.
Is it the brother?
Strange.
Is it the brother
Hero seems to
after
remember
all?
him, and apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
I thought returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I would say it's far more likely this is related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully. What's really going on? Oh, let's see. We've returned to a point before the disappearance took place. People have forgotten, but we are presently traversing someone's memories.
In people's memories. Maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Right.
Submit
I totally
conclusion.
forgot about the ley line disturbances.
Oh,
You're in
oh
someone,
God.
just like how you entered
We're
his
the
memory
mimetic
memory,
being.
That would also explain why we seem
We're
to
the
be at a
mimetic
time
being.
before he went missing. Right. If he's someone who... But didn't Bayron just say that he's... Who knows how long this ley line disturbed? Good idea.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be, it's going to be,
The ability to...
him and
That.
Dainsleif
Does it maybe leave a trace?
implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell. Time does not pass within false memories.
If time
Maybe?
is allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fake. The implanted memories are basically taking place. If the memories included the regular passage of time, like there could be overlap or something. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a...
If we consider this in conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. Who are these two again?
Chief Amadea forgot about the missing villager. The color of the sky.
Oh.
Right! That's
Oh, okay, that makes
Come to
sense.
think of it, every time we took time always passed by really slowly. Even
Wait, is
when it-
Atasa not real?
Yep,
And maybe that
has to be
she
it.
died 500 years ago? You have to update my Genshin character tier list based off if they'd watch Family Guy with you. I'm not a big fan of
So, you
Family
see,
Guy.
Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the
Jahiet?
children on purpose.
Wait,
Oh,
is that like
there I
a
go
relative
again.
of Jet?
Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't.
Wait,
Oh,
no, that's...
I think you're an incredibly strong and
Oh,
really many amazing
I was
people
thinking
and
it'd be,
live a very happy
it'd be the
life.
sibling.
You won't miss someone like me.
Huh?
That's just
Are
some
those
random
your friends over
NPC.
there?
I guess it's not random. Does he got like Conria clothes on him? This meat reminds me of the time I rolled my 6th Chi-Chi.
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
I have rolled exactly 6 Chi-Chis, Tommy.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need.
Another time, huh? Yeah. Okay.
South Park is better, Kappa. You guys watch South Park over in Germany?
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
He knows who we are. Wait, how is if he's from my memory, how does he know who we are? Factoring the memories, the abyss order, the loom of fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person that can connect all of this together. The visionary.
Dane's brother.
Now that's...
The
Who are these
founder
people
of the
again?
Abyss Order.
That's not
Born
him.
into abject- You're Kari Bear Alberic.
Oh. You know me? Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... me. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her.
What?
but
I am so confused.
suppose
What
I'll
is
just leave her a
happening?
message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Yeah, I'm just, I guess I'm a little surprised you guys watch so much American media. When I think of South Park, I think it was a very American kind of thing. I've never much enjoyed the way of American adult cartoons, quote unquote. I hope I wasn't supposed to know what any of that said. Where are we now? That looks a little bit like the Sumeru Big Tree, but, this is a very pretty place. Oh. I need to work on making 3D clouds, like anime style 3D clouds. Look at those are pretty. I mean, procedurally, I mean, because I don't have the skill to paint those. Thinking about it, Mass Effect was M-rated but didn't really feel like it. You guess entirely because of the diddling that you forgot about because you didn't eat either person's pants.
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all, as you well know.
Oh, wait. Oh, so he doesn't exist in the memory. He's like a mimetic being. Oh my gosh. He really is
Still
just
have
evil
enough
Black
strength to play
Swan.
the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the...
I should try to learn as much information on Caribet as I can. What exactly is the
extreme
Loom of
sorrow
Fate?
and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all
Is he
those
evil?
elements, I would become the loom of fate. But despite his intentions for
Yeah.
me, I never truly became the loom of fate.
I mean,
was
he's
merely used as a means
he's
for its construction.
a member of the Abyss Order, which generally means
truth,
he's evil.
I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over.
Oh yeah, he's a mimetic being.
As for your question,
Okay,
the
I did
loom of
not.
fate is a device capable
I did
of
not
moving
see
ley lines.
the missing person being Carabet coming.
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
It's not.
Yes,
So it's not
I have
done
the
yet. So we
ability
still
to
have a
control
chance.
the loom in its semi-completed form. After all, its existence.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Carabet through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm so lost as to why he's went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Mara Village.
Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much
Black
trouble.
Swan could be an evil
Not only
Tom.
for everyone in
We
the
don't know her
village,
endgame.
but for you as well.
I mean, yes, but I don't think she's evil. I think she may not necessarily be good. She may not be concerned as to the happiness of humans because she mostly just cares about interesting stories and memories. But at the very least, like, she's not actively wishing harm upon people. Because only existing in people's memories count as living.
But I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. Chief Amadea, Baram, Granny Jahiat, Atosa.
Oh, Granny Jahiat. I guess she is not
What would it be like if I could live alongside
that kind of person.
No cataclysm, no curse.
Also, Ghost, I'm not sure what animus are you referring to?
I was curious, so I selfishly.
I'll just settle on that. She just wants to see people's precious memories. Something like that.
Even if.
I mean, I'm sure she has a grander plan, but her main motivation does just seem like she wants to see interesting memories.
I know it sounds. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness.
Well, at least it's a very pretty illusory world of nothingness.
Nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance.
Oh, I didn't know he was only a baby when he was human sacrificed. You know, everyone is looking for you.
But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all.
I mean, if there was a way we could rip him from the Loom of Fate and give him a life again, that would totally interrupt the entire Abyss Order's plan.
I know.
I don't know, you can still be evil and not wish harm upon others. Like, I'm not evil.
Captain Dainsleif.
Look, I'm protecting you guys from the real evil out there.
With him. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to the Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait. But... but he said if the Loom of Fate was completed, he would no longer have the ability to manipulate memories, but he was just manipulating
You don't need to worry
memories.
about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront
Okay,
the Prince.
come on, Dainsleif. I know you're doing some 12D chess. You gotta do better than this. Okay, you can't just fail and lose the
He would
thing
then
while
hand the eye to
off
you
screen.
and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once.
But Dane never
That's
handed
right,
me the eye.
because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Oh. You made
Before
him
you two
think that
entered that false
when?
location.
Traveler, wait.
Ah. Okay, see, that's why this ability is
We've no
scary.
time to lose. Let's head inside.
Oh, that's what was had nothing to do with the ley lines after all.
That was when I implanted the memory of him. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be
See,
completed.
I knew he's evil. We should have beat him up. And now the Loom of Fate is complete. What are you planning on doing with
I'm
it?
not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the Prince is planning.
And that real evil is?
Tevat's ley line system
spoilers.
is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor in the face of everything they could be planning. I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a... In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal... You remember my father, don't
Your
you?
goal.
Clothar
Clothar
after he used the
Alberic.
power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I
He
had
did
to
not
take
have
on the
these
form
clothes
of a
back
little
then, did he?
monster. That story managed to dispel... My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form to implant a specific memory. In that memory, I would tell them a story.
Wait, all hilichurls? Or just the ones around here?
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories,
I think you could have
that
done
was
a
the most worthwhile
little
thing I could
more.
offer.
If you could just implant one memory into all hilichurls, you could have made them like
all that's
not
left of
be
my
violent or
existence is a
something.
wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have
She needs to
dissipated
make a
long
new
ago.
version of that render from way back.
My goal
Pardon my language,
is the
but
one
you seem
thing
like the
that
kind
allowed me
of
to hold on all this
binge
time.
to go full yandere mode. I would never go full yandere mode.
But now,
I'm not one to let my emotions
that time
control me.
story,
I can go
finished.
part yandere mode.
and it's finally time to rest.
Cole, a lot of doctors end up as serial killers, you know. That is not true at all. There is no truth to that statement. Oh, hi, Alex. Welcome aboard. Good to see you here. How are things? Did you graduate yet? Are your job offers all lined up? Speaking of render, you still think you're able to push that team? I don't know. We'll see. Depends on how my other projects go. Okay, now how do we get out of here?
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Oh, hello, brother. Dear brother. My man, does that mean my man Dainsleif lost? Aww. Oh no, he's not really here.
His consciousness Alex is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it.
Oh, poor Lumine.
Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
All this way and can't hug.
Well, how about a conversation?
Oh man, the lighting. It's not nearly as good as in the
Chance to just
cutscene.
stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Okay, so now are you gonna explain why you did all it,
That battle
why you're
earlier
up to
was
all
tough.
this? You can get enrolled to cut college where you pass the entrance exams. Oh yeah, congrats.
The one against Dane.
Wait, enrolled to college? I thought you were already in college.
I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword.
Oh wait,
Even after
is
500
Dane's like
years.
that strong? Holy cow!
The
What are you
Loom
gonna
of
do
Fate,
with the
huh?
Loom of Fate?
I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential.
What is your plan? Aether, tell us what your plan is. Lumin, ask him. What is he trying to do with the Abyss Order? What is his goal? What is the Abyss Order's plan?
Yes. For 500 years now. Ever since the cataclysm in
In
Conway,
July, okay,
there's been no
congratulations.
sign of activity.
Congratulations, Alex. Happy graduation.
Not
Hopefully
long
things
ago,
will be easy on
witnessed the
you,
Hydra
easier
Archon
on you
destroy
now.
her divine throne. Yes. Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action.
You're in senior high because your requirement to
I
finish it for a
suppose that's
grand.
proof enough of the
Wow.
heavenly principles.
You're younger than I thought you were. You made it. You had so much stuff to do. I thought you were in college already.
However, the heavenly principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate
could
the
say
heavenly
that.
principles, don't
Just look
you?
at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was.
I mean,
Quiet
the
and peaceful.
Abyss Order didn't kill him. His father did. His father used him as a human sacrifice, so he could be used to become your weapon. So
Even as a
I'm
healer,
not sure this is the path you want to
seeing
go
the
down,
terrible
Aether.
sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world. Even
I
though
just have
he
a lot
was
of lucky
denied
encounters
the
to get
very
jobs and
right
be able to
be a part
socialize and
of it.
connect with lots and lots of people. Ah,
So
oh,
ask
congratulations,
yourself this.
Alex. Your future is
Was
looking
it that
bright.
deprived him of that right to exist?
I just said this.
Of course.
His father.
That's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too.
Again, like, Aether, you can't really just deny all responsibility when he became your super weapon.
You mean?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you.
Oh, she just.
For some reason,
It's
I'm
the
not interested
it's
in
the
asking those
custom
questions
name
right now.
override. We got the canon name now.
There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand.
Really, you're not gonna ask what he's trying to do? You're not gonna ask?
Why can't we continue our journey together?
Okay. You know what?
At the end of my journey,
That one's fair.
I arrived
That
at a
one-
place known as the
I
Sea
forgive
of
you for
Flowers
that.
at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom.
Well, I wasn't the one who killed him. Yeah, but he killed him on his orders according to his plan.
To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space
The dream is collapsing.
I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer.
Oh,
In fact, aside
suddenly
from our
glass
ability to
VX.
physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything
really?
that happened here.
Really?
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence.
Really?
Memory of our reunion.
Aww. Come on, guys.
Telling me this now?
Oh, okay. She's got to be able to remember a little bit, right? Just a tiny bit. Come on. Why show us all that only to have everyone forget it? Aww. That's so sad.
Still so sleepy.
Oh my god, Paimon, really? Now of all times? No. No way.
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us
Where were
sleeping
you,
in the
Paimon, during all that?
They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now? It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind.
Comes here,
That's
loses
Dane for ya.
critical MacGuffin, doesn't elaborate, leaves.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after
Well, no, we
that,
clearly don't forget Carabear's whole existence. We just only forget the conversation we had with our sibling. Carabear and I talked for a while. He told us about the Loom of Fate. I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Carabear all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers. But, the memories should have been erased after that, huh? I can't seem to remember.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. It's just that, well, the village so there we were, searching. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. Looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
Left back
And
one
after that,
last
well,
memory.
we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that... Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
That is a unique name. Make
Well,
sure
I
you
hope he's
remember it
happy
next
wherever he
time.
is. And
Seems like everyone thinks Kari Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Carabear is gone. The Loom of Fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the villagers'
Wonders
memories.
how Atosa's doing. Maybe we should go check on. Paimon didn't see her in the village.
Will Atosa be the only one? Remember, something was off. I want to see, between Clorinda and Yalan, who is taller? Okay, Yalan's like slightly taller, I think. I'm surprised. Clorin feel like she should be one of the tallest.
How's it going?
female characters.
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search party, so honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he
It
wanted
only
you to
seemed
forget him.
appear out of if Kari Bear wants me to forget about I relied on him for a lot of things.
So
Okay, I'll
through
admit,
all that,
I'm just putting on
and
a
now
brave
the
face.
Luma fate is completed, and
dumped,
they still
wasn't
don't
I?
know what to do with it yet.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
Oh no. Aw, she fancied him.
You don't need
She
to
had a
comfort
crush on
me.
he had the
I'll be
okay. Okay, fair enough. If you can manipulate people's memories, I'm sure you
It's
can
like
just
Kari Bear
use
said.
that to riz them up.
It's the things we
You just
overcome that make
implant the
life more
memory
precious.
of them being really impressed by your riz.
And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work.
Well, that should be it, right? Oh, right. Weren't you about to
What was it? Well, I can't remember. Huh? It feels like there's something in your pocket.
Where'd
Wait, she
that
has
come
pockets?
from? Let Paimon see.
Female traveler has pockets? You must get along with each other, the two. Where did this come from? What? What? We're not gonna get any explanation? Okay, we're gonna see this. A precious group photo that has surpassed the rules somehow, being taken by some unknown person using unknown means in a space that should no longer exist. I guess if the loom of fate is complete, he can manipulate reality. I guess. You got the MK Ultra Riz. True.
Take it easy.
The ultimate Riz. You remember agreeing to. You remember how great I was. How attractive I was. Damn. That was a hard-hitting story in terms of feel, but I don't think it much happened with the plot. Like, okay, so the plot there is that the Luma fate is completed, but Aether still doesn't really know what to do with it. It feels like a really weird spot to just put a main story quest. But I guess we're going to Natlin, like, soon-ish. And I guess it'll continue there. Honestly, these Dainsleif Abyss quests just come in and out. And also what's MK Ultra? Oh, I think it's like, people use it to refer to like a CIA program into like psychic stuff. Anyways, what was I saying? We still have half an hour left. I don't know what to do. There's also the Chlorine character quest. I guess we have lots of character quests to do, actually. Now that I think of it. I don't want to start. I don't want to start Chlorines yet. You know what? Well, I've been kind of like accidentally doing, what's her face? I am blanking on her name right now. Chiori, right. Chiori's story quest. There we go. We'll just do this for the rest of the stream. We'll probably not finish it, but that's okay, because I don't really care that much about Chiori, to be honest.
You're here early. I haven't even opened the shop yet.
I can't get over her shoes. Those must be so hard to walk in.
Did everything go alright on the road?
Also, why is it so bright in here? We're indoors. Why is it brighter in here than outdoors?
The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group,
Navia.
led by Navia herself.
What is she doing? She's just doing a silly walk. She's Ministry of Silly Walks. Like, Navia, that's not how you walk. What are you doing?
They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock on her journey. I even heard that Navia decided to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara.
Sounds like Navia
Why does everyone love Kirara so much?
She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something even fancier.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks...
I suppose that's why we're such good.
Why did Navia get involved?
It's part of who she is. No matter what comes her way, that same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit for my boutique, well, I'm sure you can imagine my excitement.
It's like finding the perfect
Damn, you wish you were part of the LSD branch and not the human augmentation branch.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, you were wondering if LSD was a way to unlock psychic powers. Turns out no.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all
What is that? It is a cat. It's a cat hiding inside a box,
Fashion is
Cass.
about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of that. Well, would you look at the time?
Oh yeah. Come on, let's get...
Indeed. Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits.
Set them up.
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and...
Whoa, there sure is a...
Well then,
Are you sure you should trust me with that?
So, similar styles together, right?
I mean, it looks like we already are. Place the formal woman's... Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? This is, in fact, simple enough for us to do. Fair enough, Chiori.
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design.
Literally all we did was place the men's clothing with the men's clothing and the women's clothing with the women's clothing.
Anyway, let's move on to the real task at hand. Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been recently?
Not too bad.
Oh, bye, Alex. Have fun with your laundry.
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request, perhaps?
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss Chiori. To be honest...
Cancel your...
your order.
You can't just cancel your commission like that.
I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen, Leanne? Have your plans changed? It's all right. I'm not trying to make things difficult.
Oh, no. She's gonna say, "Oh no, I've decided to commission someone else."
Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's a...
Just too embarrassed to say it.
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel, no one to take you to the ball. I've pretty much heard it all.
Aww.
Judging from the look on her face,
Imagine commissioning a dress, and then you don't even get invited. Or don't even get a date.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true. Come.
Tommy say what?
Is Miss Chiori in?
Man walks in, sees Chiori standing there, looks her in the eye, and asks, "Is Miss Chiori in?"
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
Oh,
Could I ask why?
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I...
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the...
No need. You don't have to concern yourself with that.
Oh. Is someone out there spreading bad rumors about Chiori so no one wants to do business?
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my out...
Oh, yeah, something's up.
Anybody coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes?
Did someone write a bad... Did Charlotte write a bad article in the newspaper about Chiori?
Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What is going on?
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run by a bunch of dirty criminals.
Oh, bad. So, oh.
Chiori Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals. It's all
Oh.
And just who is it that dares to throw that accusation around?
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories, aren't they?
Why? Why would anybody do that? Prison labor is literally legal in Fontaine. Like, they literally use prison labor in
About my
Fontaine. Like,
materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with them. If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments.
and also
right
they have
now.
robots.
Spare yourself from them.
You...
Elof!
Just bring the invisible man to the prom. What are they gonna do? Say you're not with the invisible man? Yeah, Cass, I imagine that's exactly what they're gonna do.
Miss Chiori?
Did you try that at your prom? How'd it go for you?
And help these customers with their return requests. And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
Chiori.
They
These
couldn't be more fabricated
rumors.
if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days. The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus.
If you say so, but
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be...
Miss Chiori, bad news!
I mean, they're not really concerned about the qualities, more the legality.
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think they'll probably...
even the suppliers believe
Wow.
these nasty rumors?
Wow, Chiori got canceled. She got canceled on Twitter.com.
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties, things like that?
I mean, bow ties are made of fabric. You can
Not
make
just
those.
that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread. All the elements that lend life and soul to my designs.
But if you take those away, does that mean you...
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
We'll go with you. Maybe we'll be able to find out what
Thank
happened.
you. In that case...
The least realistic part about this is that anyone would care that the fabrics are illegally sourced. In real life, everyone knows clothes are made in sweatshops in third world countries. Everyone knows that. We all just accept it.
By the way, we really are just...
Oh god, it is?
talk, right?
Yeah, literally. She was basically just canceled on Twitter.com.
Partners, especially when a reasonable conversation.
Like, someone just made a twit longer. Actually, no one uses twit longers about it. Someone just posted a Google Doc about her, and now everyone's canceling her. If I see any of my followers following Chiori, I'm gonna block them.
Who is it?
If I see you following Chiori, you're blocked.
Venger, it's Chiori. We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face conversation.
Straightforward as always, I see. You know...
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger? I don't like to waste my time on baseless
I
lies
knew
and
it.
speculation.
It was
Maybe that's
journalism.
Right. I only subscribe to this...
So, these...
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate fashion.
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them.
You would think that. But this time is different. Someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a copy in front of every house. That's how
Chiori, you pissed off. That's what happens when you piss off people with money.
That means someone must have been planning this for a very long time.
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time, Shiori. The article was even published...
What sort of photo?
A photo of you beating up someone on the street yesterday.
Yesterday? Wait, that means...
Uter again.
Here, I've got a copy. See
I want to see what it says. I hope it has text. I hope we see it. Come on, show us. Oh, it doesn't have the picture? Chiori Boutique, located blah 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 blah. Okay. Not a few criminals. Certain member of this out what? Chiori employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top, giving hope to evildoers amongst us that wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you conceal it under the guise of fashion and beauty. This is so stupid. Like, as far as Google Docs go, this is you do not have enough evidence here. Come on.
True Chiori Boutique takes shape. Relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Chiori brand employs illegal...
Come on, you gotta do a call-out post. It's gotta be better than this.
to the evildoers among us.
I don't know what happened.
Man, people on Fontaine are so gullible.
I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo shows you to be the clear.
But Uther harassed
I
Chiori
appreciate you
first.
standing up for me, Paimon. But it can't be helped now.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival
Yeah, that was a win, not a
They
whack.
even dug up the fact that my father once served time in the fortress of Meripede.
But that was so long.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with... They claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those...
The absurdity.
Well, maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. There's even the pop with the way this article combines fact with rumor. Trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise of
Can you sue them?
It's not something
I feel like you could probably sue the tabloids. Does Fontaine have no laws like against libel?
Are you sure
Libel?
you won't reconsider? If we go through with the show together, we can
But I'm no longer that brave young man. I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this. But my daughter... Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori.
You're free to wait things out, Venger.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can always sue.
This attitude of mine is
Come
precisely
on.
what paved the way for my success.
We can put we can make the tabloid owners go fight Chlorind.
Then I suppose all there's...
Understood.
Let Nouvelette judge them. I guess the Oratrice isn't functional anymore, but...
So, what should we do now?
Without the accessories, I can...
How could they do this?
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's not. I should have seen it from the beginning.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Oh no, he took advantage of her penchant for violence. Oh, hello, Charlotte. What are you doing here?
Traveler, Paimon!
Journalist.
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you.
Oh wait, no, we can convince Charlotte to publish something in the Steambird saying she's fine. Charlotte can uncancel her.
Oh, just thinking about it makes Paimon's blood boil.
You too, huh?
The Oratrice stick. What is the what is the full name? Oratrice de Mécanique de Cardinal or something. Oratrice Mécanique de Analyse Cardinal. There we go. Got it.
Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory. Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander.
Yes. Charlotte's trying to uncancel her.
That's great! It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several. She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera, Monsieur Verite. Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she...
She was just...
If you ask me, I think Chiori Boutique is done for.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers.
They kept up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before.
Really? How was it?
The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure.
Oh no, we've... Did you hear what all those...
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give... It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little... extreme sometimes. It's easy to use that...
This is why we don't use violence to deal with all our problems.
Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking for...
That would only make the situation worse for her.
Chiori's going to finish him off.
This is Miss Letitia.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding...
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just...
So you've come across...
Yeah, you probably don't know this. But my fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't... He probably noticed how often I talked about Miss...
And then?
And then, something happened to the business. And we ran into major more...
But didn't Chiori say she was able...
Yes. When I came to cancel, she heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured...
Well, that's a good thing.
It is good. It's just... After I went...
What a
Well, see, that was... He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his...
Huh?
So, yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs.
Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story...
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori,
Charlotte.
It would go a long way. Your real experience is...
Hey, Olaf! Has
Charlotte,
Chiori come back here since we left?
journalist mind be working.
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then do you...
Oh, I remember now. There's the... In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue...
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah, Charlotte's gonna unslander her. I feel like it's not that hard, actually. Like, if someone gets canceled on Twitter.com, you really only need like one big creator to stand up for them, and they're probably gonna be fine. For better or for worse, sometimes. Do you think think if you eat a wedding dress, you can increase your marriage chances. Well, if you run into someone who also likes to eat wedding dresses, I guess.
Hunt them down.
Sorry, I had to I had to collect the xenochromatic crystals while they were in front of me. I need so many of them. Cause I realized I also I want to triple crown Chlorine, but I also realized I still haven't triple crown Navia. And guess who also needs xenochromatic crystals? Ugh. Luckily, I'm glad Chlorine uses APEP materials though. That makes it much easier.
There you are, Chiori.
I definitely need to do more, I need to go back to farming the whale though. Ulting one crab.
How did you know
It's okay, Tommy. Chlorine's ult, or like for one thing, Chlorine's ult is, it doesn't really do that much. It just kind of just does a little bit of damage.
We were just looking for
But,
you at the
and it's
shop
also
and
very
the
cheap.
teacher
It's only
was
60
there.
energy.
She wanted to thank you for the dress.
I'm not upset. Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning.
It's pretty high up. It doesn't look like there's a lot of space.
All right, don't mind if we...
Well, how does it feel?
Ooh, 2D CG.
Right? It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media.
Oh, but the background is just a screenshot that they blurred out a bit. You can tell because the texture, the water texture repeats.
It's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in a while.
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time...
Whoa, Paimon would have never imagined that!
But even as rambunctious as I was, it was as if I discovered a whole new world within the... My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor. It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much every math...
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot expecting me. Anyway, a few incidents later, I soon found myself without a master. Worse, not one shop was willing to hire me. Not even to do grunt work.
No wonder you left Inazuma.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Teyvat.
Well, that's a great dream to strive.
After that, I came all the way to the
Paimon's such a supportive person.
The capital of arts and fashion. I had a lot of fun starting out.
I mean, she doesn't say anything besides like generic stuff, but she is very supportive.
Whatever I wanted. I had a far more naive view of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple. Least of all, fashion.
I know you wish you'd have the pull of her, but you don't think it's the right characters. I mean, I like her. It's just I am not in need of another Geo DPS.
Yeah.
I think Navia has me completely covered on that front. And I like Navia way too much, and I would not ever use... I don't think I would ever use Chiori over Navia.
My work has also become someone else's. Alright, that's enough sightseeing.
Ooh, looks like you've got your game face back.
Back? It was never gone to begin with. I did say I wasn't...
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Audire wrote that. Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those...
I don't like duking it out in the press. I know where Audire's clothing factory is located.
Sounds good. Well, as for Fashion Week...
Huh?
Oh, we're gonna raid his clothing factory?
Finding...
but you're accessory...
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that, but to tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine. Thinking about all that, I just...
What did you...
The sea. Seashells, coral.
Oh,
I've got...
oh. What? She's
Come,
gonna make a
let's
summer
take it up,
outfit.
shall we?
She's gonna make a beach-themed outfit.
Prey will usually rest on rainy days. But load it.
I hate farming for xenochromatic crystals so much.
Shiori, why did you just jump
Why is this so terrible?
Paimon, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
You need so many of them, and there's just like nowhere where you can get a lot of them at once.
Oh, coral's pretty too. Ah, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your design!
Okay, Tommy,
Well,
or
now that you hit
not
the nail
Tommy.
on the head,
Hi, Mom.
I'll
That's
grab
definitely a small brain moment.
Leave it to us!
Sorry, Tommy. That was not intentional.
Enough, right? Shiori will be...
Everything looks
Wait,
great.
we can talk
I
underwater?
also collected a pretty big batch, so we should have enough.
So are we gonna head back now and make...
Yes, but don't forget,
How?
we've got more.
How are we audible underwater? Okay, Genshin.
Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories.
If you can breathe, why not? Because
we'll need to use what we have on hand.
the way water passes over your vocal cords as opposed to air, you would not sound anywhere near the same. Like, think about how like a dense gas will make your voice go deeper. Water is so dense compared to air, you would not be in like the human audible range. Your vocal cords would be vibrating so slowly, like it wouldn't really make sound.
No, skipping out on sleep is not the answer.
Sounds pretty similar to the one we've had with
Friend of
Ganyu.
ours who does... Well, anyways...
Well, I can't argue with you there. All this grit.
What else can we help?
I suppose all
It's
there's left
crunch
to do
time, I
is-
guess.
You got it!
You heard me. When I went to that first fashion week, I had no savings to. I had to make something work.
Yeah, she's got to
So
get the fabric from
I tore
somewhere.
up all the clothes that I brought with me from Inazuma, and I used the scraps to make my. If it worked back then, why not now?
But you weren't so...
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste. I'm. No need to be nervous. Of course. If anyone dared to.
I
tear up
mean,
one
no
of my
one's gonna
dresses
buy one of
on a
them
normal
now.
day, I'd probably tell. Just this once, though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions.
Oh, we're just gonna attack them. Oh my gosh, they have health bars now. They just explode into these perfectly folded
Shiori,
rolls
are
of
you
fabric.
alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and... Whoa. What? Who did this? Those monsters. Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough for them, was it?
Navia sees perfectly folded and rolled up layers of fabric on the ground.
They're all
So
too eager
wrecked
to
her
tear up
shop.
other people's clothes. I think it's about time the Spina di Rosula return the favor.
Maybe you should calm down a bit first, cause you see,
Boss, please go easy on us.
Ugh, what is this? A soap opera? I was the one who asked the traveler to tear up the outfits.
Oh, so that's what happened. I guess I got a bit ahead of myself just now.
Navia.
Back to what you were doing, everyone. You can all just
Your brain's
pretend
kind of
like
smooth,
I
isn't
didn't
it?
say anything.
Navia sure is scary when she's...
If there's one thing I can't
Sometimes, anyways.
No one's gonna orchestrate some conspiracy to take down one of my—
You and Chiori are—
Of course! Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the Spina di Rosula's formal wear is custom tailored.
Now, if only you'd give me the contract for your uniform.
As if you'd enjoy designing something as boring and formulaic as a plus. With how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to this—
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me,
She's gonna tell. Oh my gosh, her ties to the criminal underworld are true.
Skilled hands to help with some simple sewing work. I'll need all—
Oh, no problem. I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. When are you going to get started?
Actually, they're—
Ask away.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll need—
Oh, we're gathering the.
What happened to the boutique?
We're also getting the help of
Give me names.
the
I'll make sure every last one lands a
intelligence.
full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow.
Not this again.
Let's talk to everybody
What
here.
should we do about these clothes everywhere? Need any help?
Sort them by the type of fabric first, and then by color.
That sounds pretty straightforward.
Do any of them have anything different to say? No, same line. Okay, now we gotta find the magic duo. Linny and Sugar. Tommy, you could have done this. There's nothing stopping you from doing this quest. You play the game too. Motivation.
Take it easy.
I guess if someone had told you that both those characters would involve, you would have been motivated to do it, huh?
Take it easy.
This sure is a turn from learning that reality is about to be written. I mean, we don't really know what the Traveler is gonna do, or not the Traveler, the Aether is gonna do with the Luma Fate. Plus, also, it also sounds like even with the Luma Fate, Aether still doesn't think that he can fight he's gonna win against the Heavenly Principles.
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
We read the article in the papers. We were just about to go find Miss Chiori.
Wow, all the named
She helped design
characters,
a number of our
all the
costumes
playable
in the
characters
past
really
and
love her.
sponsored one of our performances. The time has come.
Oh, perfect. She was the one who sent us.
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help. Just say the word and we'll take care of it.
Okay, so it's like this.
Wait, when were we given the instructions?
Should be a piece of cake for the two of us.
Are they gonna be the ones infiltrating the factory?
Well then, guess it's about time we go and find
We are
evidence
the
for all the bad stuff Utera's been doing, right?
Oh, we're doing that? They're doing something else then?
Disturb her over the next
I don't-
couple of days. We can check in with her again once
I
she's done
don't
with
know
all
what
the new
else.
design.
But the show's
He
in
could have
another
been
2
sending,
days, isn't
they
it?
would send Linny
Will
and
she be
Lynette to
able
do.
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Utera fair and square at the show, and then defeat him in the court of
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontations.
Understood. Then we'll have faith in her decision. We'll go make...
Alright, we're counting. Okay, then let's also do it. Oh, Paimon sure hopes.
Oh, wait till 2 days later. What do you think, guys? Do you want me to finish the quest, or do you want to call it here? You can continue this some other time. Or actually, Tommy, you could just do it yourself anyways. The clock noises feel well timed.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier
I think that's the wait 2 days seems like a good. This seems like a good point to call it here. Anyways, so not really sure what I'm doing tomorrow, but maybe Helldivers. Probably not though, because I don't think they've added anything new in the past week. So we'll do something. Maybe we can go back to Homeworld. We do need to go back to Homeworld sometime. So if I can't pull together some kind of collab for tomorrow, we'll be Homeworld. Well then, thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you all have a wonderful night and a wonderful start to your weekend. Good night, everyone. Good night.